gmna uses artificial intelligence for generated speech, visuals, and production. AI-generated content may contain errors. Please verify important information before making decisions or taking action.
Good evening, Saratoga Springs. I'm Marcus Dunfield. The Capital Region Thrift Crawl kicks off July 25, and our own Shaker High student just claimed a national fencing title. Plus, Gaffney's is back under new ownership, ready to serve the community. Diana, what do you make of that?
The Capital Region Thrift Crawl returns July 25, with over 30 local boutiques offering vintage finds, handmade crafts, and donation stations across downtown Saratoga Springs.
Participating venues include Main Street Antiques, River Road Vintage, and the historic Saratoga Market, each hosting special promotions and live music from local artists throughout the day.
The crawl runs from 10 a.m. until 6 p.m., with a family-friendly scavenger hunt beginning at noon and prize giveaways at each participating location.
Lots to get to. Let's begin our evening with the news, sharing local happenings, community events, and the voices that shape Saratoga Springs tonight. Good evening, Saratoga Springs. Thrifty Connections is rolling out the Capital Region Thrift Crawl again this Saturday, July 25. The free day-long crawl will thread through more than a dozen vintage, thrift, and consignment shops spread across 5 counties in the Capital Region. Shoppers can hop from storefront to storefront, hunting for hidden gems while supporting local businesses. Organizers say the crawl aims to spark a love of thrifting and keep community dollars circulating locally. Families with children often enjoy the relaxed pace, and a handful of participating cafes will serve refreshments along the route. Participating merchants have pledged special discounts and pop-up displays for the day, giving visitors extra incentive to explore each stop. The event, now in its second year, has become a staple of summer shopping, drawing both longtime residents and visitors drawn by the promise of unique finds and affordable style.
Across the Capital Region, education strategist Katie Fleming is rolling out a series of hands-on summer activities designed to keep families busy and smiling. From crafting shimmering ice gems in backyard tubs to painting kindness rocks for local parks, her ideas blend creativity with simple outdoor fun. Fleming says the projects require only basic supplies, making them easy to set up on a warm Saturday afternoon or a breezy evening. She encourages parents to involve children of all ages, turning ordinary moments into shared experiences that celebrate community spirit. The initiative runs throughout the summer, offering new suggestions each week on social media and at community bulletin boards. As the season stretches on, families can tap into these low-cost, DIY ideas to add a splash of imagination to their everyday outings.
Capital Region roller skaters are rallying at Schenectady's Rollerama Skating Center this weekend to raise the money needed for a trip to the National Roller Skating Championship. The group, which earned a spot at the national meet after a strong showing at recent regional qualifiers, will host a series of skate demo sessions, a bake sale, and a silent auction beginning Friday evening and running through Saturday. Organizers say the funds will cover travel, lodging, and competition fees that the qualified athletes cannot afford on their own. The event is expected to draw families, friends, and fellow skating enthusiasts from across the Capital Region, turning the rink into a community hub for a good cause. Participants hope the campaign will secure enough support to send the team to the championship later this summer, keeping the spirit of competition alive.
Farmers across the Capital Region are gearing up for a series of blueberry festivals slated for this summer. Organizers say the events will showcase the ripe harvest, with tastings, family-friendly activities, and local music at venues ranging from the historic fields of Saratoga to the rolling farms of Ballston Spa and beyond. Each festival will feature fresh blueberry pies, jam-making demos, and vendor booths highlighting regional produce. The push comes as growers look to celebrate the season's bounty and draw visitors to the area's agricultural heritage. Attendees can expect picnic-style seating, kids, craft stations, and opportunities to learn about sustainable farming practices. With the season now in full swing, the celebrations are set to roll out over the coming weeks, offering residents and tourists alike a taste of the local harvest.
The Saratoga County Historian's Office is inviting community groups, schools, and artists to submit ideas for a new interactive exhibit called Voices from Saratoga. The exhibit will weave together personal narratives, photographs, and artifacts to showcase the county's rich heritage. Proposals must be filed online by 5 p.m. Friday, and the office expects up to 17 projects to be selected for development. Officials say the exhibit aims to give residents a chance to hear the diverse stories that shaped the Spa City, from early settlers to modern innovators. The call comes as the county prepares for a summer of cultural programming, and the historian's office encourages anyone with a compelling local story to put forward a concept. Submissions are reviewed by a panel of historians and curators, with selected teams receiving funding and support to bring their ideas to life. Later we'll hear how a local ticket clinched third prize Powerball, plus more good news. Stay tuned, we will be right back.
If you run a venue, a comedy night, a concert, a fundraiser, you already know the hardest part isn't the show. It's selling the seats. Theaterfiller changes that. In minutes, you're set up with your own ticketing page, QR code delivery, and a door scanner. No technical headaches. No middleman taking a cut of your night. Your event, your tickets, your revenue. Go to theaterfiller.com and fill every seat.
Welcome back. That was a quick break. Up next, Diana Hartwell brings you the local stories shaping our community tonight, from schools to traffic updates.
And Saratoga Springs resident turned a routine lottery purchase into a third prize Powerball win. The ticket, bought at a downtown vendor earlier this month, matched the numbers for the third prize tier in the latest national drawing. While the jackpot remains out of reach, the prize still delivers a sizable cash payout, and the buyer kept their identity private. Local officials noted the winning ticket was sold right here in Saratoga Springs, showing how everyday moments can turn into unexpected fortune. Neighbors have been buzzing about the story, and today's news roundup highlighted the win. The vendor, a family-run newsstand on Broadway, said the prize added a burst of excitement to the morning rush. Though modest compared with the jackpot, the payout provides a meaningful, significant boost for the winner's household.
17-year-old Emily Rivera of Shaker High School returned home this week after clinching the USA Fencing National Championship in Portland, Oregon. The teenager went undefeated throughout the tournament, securing the first national fencing title ever earned by a Capital Region student. Parents and classmates gathered at the school auditorium to watch the live stream, cheering each bout as Rivera's blade flashed across the strip. Coaches praised her discipline and the support network that helped her balance practice with homework and part-time work at the local coffee shop. The victory puts Saratoga's budding athletes in the national spotlight and gives younger fencers a tangible example of what dedication can achieve. Local businesses plan to display her medal in their windows, reminding shoppers of the talent growing right here in our neighborhoods.
Baubles & Lace has opened its doors for the 2026 season, bringing runway-inspired pieces to Saratoga Springs without the usual price tag. The boutique's collection blends current trends with budget-friendly labels, giving both longtime patrons and first-time visitors a chance to refresh wardrobes for less. Shoppers strolling down Broadway will find dresses, jackets, and accessories that feel high-end yet fit everyday budgets, a welcome option for families balancing work and school expenses. Owner Maria Alvarez says the goal is to keep style accessible as the town's summer calendar fills with events from garden concerts to farmers market evenings. With its central location, the shop aims to become a go-to spot for anyone looking to add a touch of glamour without stretching finances. Residents can now step out in confidence, knowing fashion choices are within reach.
Coach Lambert and Coach Long wrapped up the Spa City Bombers' 37th annual baseball camp this week at West Side Recreation Park. Over 4 days from 13 to 16 July, more than 100 local youngsters honed their swing, learned fielding basics, and enjoyed organized games under the summer sun. The camp, a staple for families seeking skill instruction and a taste of team spirit, concluded with a final showcase where kids put new techniques to work. Although rain forced the backup sessions slated for 20 and 21 July to be canceled, the original schedule delivered a full program. Local sponsors from downtown supplied equipment and refreshments, keeping energy high for the young players. Parents noted the positive boost in confidence and camaraderie among participants, and the Bombers plan to return next year with the same community focus.
New York Racing Association kicked off the 2026 Saratoga season with an opening day card at Saratoga Racecourse over the 4th of July weekend. Fans gathered under a sweltering sky, yet the track held steady as horses thundered around the famed turf. Organizers had warned about extreme heat, but officials kept the schedule, offering extra shade stations and frequent water breaks for jockeys and spectators alike. The two-day meet featured several stakes races, drawing regulars from upstate and out-of-town visitors who braved the temperature to enjoy the tradition. Attendance numbers held strong despite the heat, and early winners set the tone for what promises to be a competitive season. With the first races behind us, trainers and owners now turn their focus to the upcoming summer meets across the circuit.
Now let's get a quick look at tonight's forecast with our weather team.
A deepening trough and a northwesterly jet are priming an unsettled evening despite today's clear sky. On this date, the all-time high hit 88 degrees back in 2013, set during a lingering heat wave that pushed regional temperatures into the mid-90s. The all-time low stands at 56 degrees, recorded in 2017 when an Arctic dip slipped far south, dumping a sudden freeze across the capital district. Normal July highs hover in the mid-80 range with lows in the mid-60s, so today's 95-degree peak feels a few degrees above average, while tonight's low will drop into the high 60s, well within the norm. Zooming into the live radar, the screen is completely blank across the capital region. No rain echoes, no snow bands, just a clean echo. The lack of returns confirms the dry, stable air mass that has settled under a modest high-pressure ridge. With the northwesterly jet cruising at 47 miles per hour aloft, any disturbance will skirt the area later tonight, clearing before midnight. Turning now to tonight's outlook. At 6 p.m., the city basks under a cloudless dome, temperature holding at 88 degrees with the heat index climbing to 97. Humidity sits near 62%, and a gentle southwesterly breeze gusts up to 20 miles per hour, feeling a touch stronger on exposed surfaces. Although pressure is near average, it is beginning to fall, signaling that a weak trough is nudging the region from the west. Overhead, the northwesterly jet streams at 47 miles per hour act as a conveyor, steering any future moisture well east of the Hudson. The UV index reads 9, indicating very high solar intensity for the brief post-sunset period. Wind will peak at 16 miles per hour from the southwest, but no advisories are in effect. As the night deepens, temperatures will ease toward 68 degrees, then clear skies persist into tomorrow. Looking ahead, Wednesday brings a high near 91 degrees and a low in the mid-60s, but cloud cover will dominate, keeping the sun hidden. Thursday stays warm at 90 degrees with lows around 63, and overcast skies persist, a sign the lingering trough is still aloft. Friday brightens again. A clear sky will allow temperatures to settle near 86 degrees by day's peak, dipping to low 60s after sunset. Saturday marks the first rain of the stretch, with a 70% chance as a slow-moving front pushes moisture inland, pushing daytime highs to 77 and lows into the low 60s. Sunday returns to sunshine, high around 81 and low near 61, though a light 25% chance of rain lingers as the system drifts east. The pattern reflects a gradual cooling trend as the jet shifts northward. And that's your weather. Remember, the local sunset is also available as a podcast. Listen anytime on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts.
We'll have traffic updates, a preview of tonight's events, plus latest on our Great Danes lacrosse season. Stay tuned, we will be right back.
If you run a venue, a comedy night, a concert, a fundraiser, you already know the hardest part isn't the show. It's selling the seats. Theaterfiller changes that. In minutes, you're set up with your own ticketing page, QR code delivery, and a door scanner. No technical headaches. No middleman taking a cut of your night. Your event, your tickets, your revenue. Go to theaterfiller.com and fill every seat.
Interstate 87 runs smooth through Saratoga Springs with no reported slowdowns. US Route 9 and Route 50 are clear, offering steady travel from downtown to the outskirts. Saratoga Lake Road shows free flow and the Broadway corridor remains unimpeded. No accidents or construction are holding up traffic at this time. Drivers heading toward the Saratoga Racecourse will find open lanes, and commuters on the I-87 southbound ramp can expect a normal pace. As the afternoon progresses, expect a gradual build-up around the downtown core as office workers and shoppers return to the area. The usual post-school rush may add a few extra cars on Route 39 near the high school zone. Keep an eye on the Saratoga Springs transit buses. Service is running on schedule with no delays. Overall, today's road conditions are favorable, but stay alert for the typical evening peak near the village center.
Looks like the calendar is quiet today in Saratoga Springs, but stay tuned for the exciting events coming up later this week. And now here's James with sports.
Here's the latest on local sports, from lacrosse to the upcoming Travers Stakes. The University at Albany Great Danes men's lacrosse squad fell to Yale on July 14, 2026, with a final tally of 15-2. The loss extends Yale's recent dominance, while Albany looks to regroup ahead of upcoming conference play. The Adirondack Thunder released its ECHL slate for the 2026-27 season, outlining 72 regular season contests across the league. Fans can anticipate a full slate of home and road matchups as the team prepares for a competitive campaign. Skidmore College celebrated its student-athletes during the annual Sports Recognition Night held in April 2026. The ceremony highlighted academic and athletic achievements across the campus, underscoring the institution's commitment to balancing competition with scholarship. The 157th edition of the Travers Stakes, a $1,250,000 contest, is slated for Saturday, August 29, 2026 at Saratoga Race Course. The premier summer race draws top thoroughbreds as the season heads toward its climax. The Saratoga Springs High School Blue Streaks baseball program is setting its sights on defending the state championship this season. Coaches emphasize consistency and depth as the team prepares for a demanding schedule, hoping to capture back-to-back titles. The Tri-City Valley Cats unveiled their 2026 Frontier League itinerary, featuring 51 home contests throughout the summer. The schedule promises a blend of weekend series and weekday matchups, giving fans ample opportunities to enjoy baseball in the capital region.
Gaffney's in downtown Saratoga Springs has thrown open its doors again under new ownership. Long a nightlife staple, the restaurant was purchased for $3.5 million by Mike Morgan and Mike Malone, who have given the historic space a coastal-inspired menu, a sports bar called the Starting Gate, a 1920s-style lounge named The Parlor, and a revamped ultra patio for live music and DJs. The renovation not only revives a beloved gathering place but also adds fresh energy to the downtown corridor, drawing locals and visitors alike. For Saratogans, Gaffney's is more than a spot to eat and drink, it's a piece of our shared history, now buzzing with new life. Up next, hear how our local farms are gearing up for blueberry festivals all summer, bringing fresh fun to the community.
If you run a venue, a comedy night, a concert, a fundraiser, you already know the hardest part isn't the show. It's selling the seats. Theaterfiller changes that. In minutes, you're set up with your own ticketing page, QR code delivery, and a door scanner. No technical headaches. No middleman taking a cut of your night. Your event, your tickets, your revenue. Go to theaterfiller.com and fill every seat.
On a bright Saturday afternoon at Wiswall Park in Ballston Spa, families spread blankets across the grassy knoll while a portable screen flickered to life, turning the park into an impromptu stadium. Mayor Frank Rossi, waving a small American flag, welcomed the crowd of neighbors and friends who had gathered to watch the United States men's national soccer team take on Belgium in the World Cup round of 16. Children perched on their parents' laps clutching foam fingers, while the scent of grilled burgers drifted from a nearby picnic table. As the match entered its tense final minutes, a sudden roar rose from the sea of red shirts when the United States netted a decisive goal, and strangers turned to high fives, some even sharing a celebratory soda. The moment captured the spirit of the Hudson Valley, a community that comes together under a summer sky cheering as one. It's a reminder that when we gather, even a simple park can feel like a home for hope and pride. It's moments like these that remind us why community matters.
On a bright Saturday morning along Broadway in downtown Saratoga Springs, families gathered beneath a canopy of pastel balloons as the Safe Summer Bike Helmet program rolled into town. Senator Jim Tedisco stood beside a table piled high with brand new helmets, each one a glossy promise of safety for the children darting about on their bicycles. The scent of fresh-baked waffle cones drifted from a nearby ice cream cart, where volunteers handed out scoops to every youngster who tried on a helmet for the first time. I watched 8-year-old Maya grin her new red helmet perched snugly as she took a lick of vanilla and shouted, "Now I'm ready for any hill." By the end of the day, the program had handed out 5,000 helmets across Saratoga and Schenectady counties, turning a simple safety drive into a community celebration. The real triumph wasn't just the helmets or the cold treats. It was seeing parents relax, knowing their children could ride with confidence, and hearing the chorus of "thank you" echo down the streets. It's moments like these that remind us why we love this town.
Thank you, Saratoga Springs, for joining us on the local Sunset. Today's highlight, our Shaker High School student bringing home the national fencing title, reminds us of the talent thriving in our community. I'm Marcus Dunfield. Stay tuned tomorrow for more stories that matter to you. We'll bring you the latest on summer events and the upcoming Capital Region Thrift Crawl.